Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all the respected dignitaries, distinguished participants, honorable participants, and lovely audience, all beautiful people present here from all around the globe. I, Ms. Nada Ratkovic, IIU Board Member, Country Director, IIU Croatia, the President of Research Center, welcome you to the training session Women in the STEM, organized by the International Internship University, IIU. Gender should not define your career path, but it is a reality that a woman can historically had to face. Women have made a lot of strides in her careers, in her personal careers, in the fields, many fields. Historically, mainly she is dominating. Today, more women are pursuing careers in science, technology, engineering, and math, called STEM, the STEM. First, I am pleased and honored to present our organizer. International Internship University, IIU, is a leading virtual education system and global brand confederation, which is the most valuable and trusted worldwide and well-reputed in delivering innovative programs. Globally, it is a trusted name for the quality for the training programs and is committed to provide the better and virtual education to all the young learners of the globe. IIU is metamorphosing the conventional education system by cutting down the additional costs and providing access to more than 1,000 plus courses and internships to their e-learners across the globe with help of its 1,000 plus global educators. In a short span of time, IIU has spread its wings in 195 countries and 6 continents under the strong leadership of its visionary founder, Mr. Piyush Pandit, Sir, a committed and inspiring social activist, a passionate educationist from the last 2 decades, providing education to students from various social and cultural backgrounds. The sky is the limit for his dedication and hard work. IIU has formed its 4 councils, namely Women Entrepreneurs Council, International Student Development Council, International Youth Development Council, International Council of Educators. The main objective behind the councils is to provide support in every respect to the students, to the youth, to the women, to the entrepreneurs, women, and educators. IIU is coming every day with new projects. Now we have the biggest knowledge exchange program called BICUP. So all the students are still invited to be part of it. Grab the opportunity. Be the student who will be on the internship exchange in the India in autumn. Don't miss that because IIU has started and the memberships for the Students Development Council and the registrations are open. Be the change with IIU. So today I'm here with all of you, respected participants, listeners, watchers on the Facebook and the, pardon, I didn't, okay, pardon. So today I'm again with you with a great topic, woman in STEM. Why I choose this topic? So I want to say that there is no thing on the world that a woman can't do, only if she wants. So no no biases, no nothing that can stop us. We are really unstoppable. Every our idea needs to be realized. And If we look at the numbers today, women make on all around the globe, the women make about 47% of the total workforce. But if we look at the statistics in STEM, in the field of STEM, only we have today 27% of women who are working in the part of STEM. And if we talk about the numbers all around the globe, the numbers are similar. Maybe I'm coming from Europe. I can say that in Europe, we have a big growth of women in the STEM. So we will see and hear that through my session today. Now I will share my screen and start with my presentation. Only a moment. Okay, so this is my topic today. I will say that the most recent science and engineering indicators are showing the next. Women is represented today about 34%, and we always have the problems with the fresh data. And now, if you go to try to find the fresh data, unfortunately, you will, the last fresh data will be 2020. So we are suffering with that data, and I hope that it will be soon better. And 44% of STEM workers have the bachelor degree, and that is the statistical data from 2010 year. Women in STEM. So I'm coming from Croatia. I'm coming and working, and I have finished the Faculty of Business Economics and Tourism. Also, I finished mechanical engineering and informatics. So I am a proud woman who is working in STEM, but not only in the STEM. I can say that I have expertise in a lot of fields, statistics, math, informatics, entrepreneurs, and as I said at the beginning, there is no thing that a woman can do. So that is also something what I like to say. Do everything and never stop. If you have some aims in your life, try to do that. I'm here on the great IAU stage and in the Department of Training and Sessions. And I can say that really I am honored to be IAU board member and president of Research Center. And I will say that thanks to our great founder, Piyush Pandit, who is believing in us who are here in the International Internship University. STEM in education. As I said, I like this field. I work a lot of in this field. And also in this morning, I had for the Times New Barrett a session about STEM in education. So before we start talking about a woman in a STEM, I want to say a few things that are very important for the STEM. We know that STEM is a integration. It is a multidisciplinary approach. Everything what you do is, I can say, has a interdisciplinary look, and everything what you learn is interdisciplinary, and all the things and all the works and all solving problems are coming from the daily life. So what is STEM education? S like science, T like technology, E like engineering, and M like mathematics. STEM is the abbreviation, and we can say that these four disciplines are separate each from other, but each one cannot exist with another. For we 1992, everything we know is coming from the United States of America. So if we look the definition, which branches are going in the STEM, we will see that there are a lot of the branches from not only what we like to say, biology, chemistry, physics, math, but we have here applied math, statistics, all computer science, all types of engineering, electronical, mechanical, industrial, astronomy, nanotechnology, and each one of these branches is a part of the STEM. Sometimes we hear the term STEAM, STEAM. What is the difference between STEM and STEAM? I will say it is a difference in the letter A, and the letter A is coming from the art. It means really the art, and that is the inclusion of the creative and innovative thinking if you need it in the different real situations. What about the STEM fields and STEM subjects? From in year 2010, when you hear the acronym, with that you will make the different settings, different STEM calls, researchers, and you can deal with that. STEM has his goals. The first is to be obvious. What it means to be obvious. So one and many teachers needs to justify the using of the STEM. STEM today, if we talk about the global economy, the global economy cannot exist without STEM. And also I can say that there is not economic growth without STEM. So STEM education is helping you in all, all pores of your life. Like I said, it is for every decision you need to make, you will do it with STEM. And if you want to have today a big salary, the big salary is coming also from this field. The second goal is to be very important. You need to make a link between the other disciplines. What are the STEM principles? The first is focus on the integration. What it means, focus on the integration. That is a link, that is a connection, that is a correlation and relationships between all the concepts. If we talk about the relevance, established relevance, then we know that the students can explain every problem that we and every task that we give to the students, they can explain by established relevance. The emphasis is today on the 21st century skills, and that is also the principle. Challenge your students. You need to always challenge your students because no one activity, no one lesson, no one training, no one workshop, if it is boring, they will not learn nothing. And keep trying mixing all together. Keep trying mixing all together the skills, because we know that today we have the hard skills, the soft skills, and each of the skills are necessary for the 21st century. If we talk about science, technology, we will see today a lot of examples. If we talk about science, we will see that we can have the increasing, decreasing of the friction of the surveys. If we talk about technology, technology can involve all the things, all the little things. And technology today is not only my computer, my laptop, my mobile. Technology is more than that. Here are the 21st century skills. One fast look. We can talk about the all literacies. Today for the STEM, we need experience and knowledge from all the literacies, financial, digital, eco, media literacy. And here are our 4C, critical thinking, creativity, communication, and collaboration. Never forget that. What are the essential STEM skills that you want to develop and to enhance at your students? You see these beautiful symbols, and you will see that first is the problem solving. Then we have creative thinking. And this last is teamwork, collaboration. Collaboration needs to be in everything. If there is not a collaboration, if you work in a team, in a group, there will be no success because the information will not come to each other and they will be dismissed and there will be a lot of problems. So problem solving always make a big sense to propose your solutions. Creativity also be creative in everything today you do. And it means out of the box, and that is, if we say out of the box, that means that you have a higher level of your creativity. And I can say today that really we have students who has this out of the box that are our gifted students, and the many of these gift students are in the field of STEM. Inquiry skills. What are the inquiry skills? That are I can say generation of the ideas. They are coming from this kind of skills. If we talk about research, and we need this inquiry skills for our solutions, for our hypotheses, and for many things that we want to solve and define. Math and science skills. Someone when he heard the word STEM will say that are the math and science skills. Also a connection between all subjects, all ideas in all areas. Engineer design thinking. This is the part of called E. We know that how many branches of engineering today we have, how to make the researches, how to build the prototypes. And I can say today for innovations, for inventions, for patenting, engineering design thinking is really important to make a test and to see how it will work when you make that. Critical thinking, synthesis of our new ideas, how we are thinking, and this is really critical thinking today is really crucial, is really vital in every task. Collaboration, as I said, try to work and try to learn in a team and be always collaborative because, as I said, that makes a big problem. And we, like teachers, professors, we have a key role. Our role is to be a moderator. We need to know the whole STEM methodology. Nobody is asking you on your job, do you know that or not? You need to know today everything you need to do, to know and to do. And first, if you want to know everything and to do, you need very motivated students, and you need to know the way how to motivate your students. So if you want to motivate your students, you first need to recognize people who advance them. What it means. You know that from the early childhood, from kindergarten, and I can say from the birth, first parents are trying to see in which their child is the best, and then the teachers in the primary school, then in the secondary school and on the university, you already need to know who has the abilities, who has the skills to use and to be in the STEM. Identify the outside the box places. I said on the box places, outside the box places, focus on the confidence. Confidence is necessary. And when we talk about the value-based education, if we don't have confidence, we cannot do nothing. Then we need to emphasize the skills and try to. This is very, very important, especially when I talk a little later about a woman. Don't limit your students to the gender stereotypes. No gender stereotypes. So why choose STEM? I said at the beginning, STEM is very important because in this field, from this field are coming the biggest salary. You can address it to your business. You need it for your business, and you can for the labor market today. It is really offering a good and a great career. You know that if you know today coding, if you know the different programs, and you know that you can work from your home, and you can work it for honorary debt because that are really great paid jobs. Uh, I want to say that here, this I like this quote from the Thomas and Waters. This is for remembering. And when we are talking about the STEM, today, many global challenges, so climate change, overpopulation, agriculture production, health, biodiversity, water sources, declining energy, and modern and international approach is coming and is addressed from these challenges. Remember always that. So now we come to a woman in the STEM. A woman in a STEM, you should know what it means. It means today that United Nations, all the world nations organizations are promoting the women's and the girls in for gender equality and for all. But for the STEM, if we talk about the STEM, then we need to know that 30% of the researchers worldwide are women. 30% of the researchers are women. And many studies show that STEM career really need to start from your young age. As I always like to say, like a child, many my friends were playing with the dolls. I was always writing, drawing, making a lot of sketches, and I can say that I really started designing from my early ages. And for me to make some kind of app that really is not a problem. And if you have that knowledge, that is very easy for your students, and your students will be more motivated. And that is why I said today you really need to be multidisciplinary, because if you are not, that is today a big problem. And about the woman and about the gender discrimination, we need to know that we have a lot of inspiring women today in the science. They are coming from science. Few names I can mention: the Egyptian, Mary Beth, Marie Agnesi, Marie Curie, the women who get the Nobel prizes from all around the globe. But first, I want to say that if we talk about the STEM, we first need to understand the main role of the woman in the society. What is the global role of the woman? What brings to our society. So is that woman an educator? Is she an entrepreneur? Is she in the STEM? Is she a caretaker? Women's self-report needs to have the stability, the progress, and the development of the nations. And today, it, today we know that it is very hard to live, and if a woman today don't work, it is more harder for living. So we need to empower women in everything she is doing. What it means empowering. Empower a woman, physical, human, intellectual, financial, and that really needs a control, and that is a process which you need to give to a woman, and that is only the way if you want to change that. So there we know that we have the 5 types of empowerment, and that is first like a woman, a female, educational, economical, political, and psychological. Where are women all included? Here are the 5 major components of women empowerment: sense of her self-worth. She needs to have a right, she needs to have to determine the choices, she needs to have the access to all the opportunities and resources today. And if she has that, she can control her life, the life with her children, her life outside. And we know today that we have a lot of marriage, a lot of divorces today, and the woman really needs to be independent. She needs to have a job, and she needs to be empowered. So what are the benefits of empowering the woman? Like I said, first benefit is to be a woman in STEM, and that economic empowerment from OECD is coming always to from the history to today is coming that kind of empowerment. Here is one story. I really like it from the Carol Dweck. Carol Dweck is a known, famous American psychologist, and what she say. This is great. I think you are smart when you do something that doesn't require any effort or you haven't challenged yourself. In your culture, struggle in a bad world, that is right. So that is the name of the game. She is telling you that that is the name of the game. And it is really good at this. So if you want to discover something new, an invention, you need to struggle. And that is in the nature, struggle and struggle. And who today can say that he didn't struggle in his life? So please tell me about your struggle. Every woman, and not only woman and man, everyone has his life story. Each one is suffering, struggling every second by the day in 24 hours and always. So doing what men do as well as they do is not to seem to be enough. Woman needs to be able to manage, to delegate the balance of being both. You see, a woman needs to be competent and communal in every moment. So let's see what are the favors and the major STEM occupations of the woman. First, we see that we have 46% biological science, 40% chemistry and material science, computer and math occupations, 25%, and engineers and architects. Today, the woman from all this field, she get the biggest salary, and not the biggest salary because she always cannot get this some kind of that jobs. She's really famous in the part of the architects, in this part of the architects. Here I want to show that in IIU, I, as a president of research center, like a woman, is calling you to join us because we are planning to do a lot of things. We will have all innovations, science, technology, entrepreneurship, for the students, for the researchers all around the globe. And also one part will be women in the STEM. So I'm inviting you to be free to join, and you can contact me at IIU in every moment. Why I'm talking about that? Because if we talk about the women in STEM, there are a lot of the clusters, there are a lot of different jobs. So how do you imagine how do you imagine the life of your own child? If your own child is a representative of a woman in the STEM, which part and what she will use? Will she be in this part of the engineering jobs of the computer? Yes, she will choose that alone. But we like parents, and parents will suggest which field is maybe better according today to the labor market. I'm really proud to be a woman in science. I'm promoting science and working a lot in science. Science is one field, but also in technology and engineering and in math. So I'm covering the STEM completely. I will show you today that which activities you can do with your students. But first, I want to say that we have the famous 50 top women in STEM. And what is a message? And what that woman, these women are for 2022, and what they say: success is the best revenge, and just get out of my way and let me get on with the work. Every success woman and every woman who is working here will say you, let me get on with the work, because if you are a young woman, if you have a talent for STEM, if you are covering the fields, if you have a capacity, uh, you know that for everything today you are doing, you need to have a power. What is our biggest problem for us? The biggest problem is the time. I always say, uh, oh my God, if the time stopped, what could happen? What could I make? Because for me, the time is always the problem. And when we come to the end of the day, uh, to us, everything what we do that day seems that we do very little that day. But be sure that just get it on your way and get it on the work. In I show that International Internship University and has 1,000+ courses, and has all the courses from the STEM, from the high-end technology, and um here I want to show I'm coming from Europe, from Croatia, that we in Europe have a big European platform for women scientific. And if the women who are in the science, and when they want to their voice be heard, they are here involved. Here are 12,000 women on this platform. And in September is a big European Research Innovation Days, 28, 29 September. And all that women will be on this big conference. So what about the women in technology statistics for 2022? First, in 2020, this was this data, and called GayFem. What means GayFem? That is an acronym of Google, Apple, Facebook, Amazon, and Microsoft. And you see how many females are working for Google, 23%, Apple 23%, Facebook, Amazon. For Amazon, the data are not available, and for Microsoft, 20%. If we look the ratio between the men and women in engineering, we see that it is 5 to 1. What it means, that number for the industry, what it means and what it means for the industry, we can say that the ratio of a woman is in the meeting 11 till 100, and 40% women are accompanying these meetings. If we watch what was happening from 1960 to 2021 in the fields of the engineers, women computers and math occupations, chemists and biology, you see how they are growing and how they they're rapidly fast growing and how they are declining. You see what is happening 2010 in each one. You can monitor the growth and the decline of this STEM occupations. If we look the proportion of women science and engineers according to the Eurostat, you see what is happening in Europe, Spain, the countries northern are more stronger for the women science and engineers. So this 2022, we can find this data that 34% of STEM workers were represented there, and 42% have a slight rise. That if we are talking about their degree, that are the women who needs at least a bachelor degree. Bachelor degree really for the STEM. The STEM is necessary. The proportion between the women on this level, we see the level 2010 for the bachelor degree or higher, and also here for 2010 this level was 42%, and according to the bachelor, to those who don't have a bachelor degree, you see how is a big difference between the woman with bachelor degree or higher and with women with the bachelor without the bachelor degree. If we look the proportion between the men and the women employees, and we are talking about the years from 25 to 34, because today almost younger are here. You are the best in this years in the technology, because you have a lot of strength to work. You have your brain and everything is working very fast. So you see the male and you see here the female. This is how many engineers, how many computer science and mathematicians, how many life and physical science and non-STEM occupations. So we have a lot of non-STEM occupations. At the female, you see non-STEM are percent of 69%. What about the full-time employed? Are the women working full-time in the professional? By 2020, you see how they work. Here are the professionals, the occupations. So we see for the computer programs, the software developments, for the computers, for aerospace, for chemical, for civil, for industrial, for mechanic, and each one is different, not a lot. The biggest differences is at the environmental engineers. The proportions again by the race. If you look the race, what it means, the race. There are still many differences by the race, by the color. That is really not human, but unfortunately, it is true that there are big difference between the Hispanic, Asian, white, black, um, and to the other races. If we look about the startups, we know today that for going and to trying to realize our business, and we need innovation and tech startups, at least only 37%, at least on the board of the director, the woman is only in this percentage, and that is growing really slowly. And still the percentage of the man is more bigger. And if we look only in the healthcare sector, we can say that the woman that we have more women than men. What are the key women in technology statistics? So 25% of jobs in technology are held by the women in 2021. Only 14% of software engineering and 25% of computer science related jobs. And if we look up at the number of the female softwares, only 2% are going in the first 20 years. 74% of girls have a desire to have a career in the STEM field, and the women earn 18% of computer science bachelors in USA. This is for USA, but it is same I can say in the other continents, and it will grow by 2026 about 19%. Okay. What about the woman? Woman has in the past year, in the last 50 years, I said that the role of the woman changed, and it is really a historically difference in the era where the women were in the medicine, law, business, and it is changing. Okay. What is the picture that we need to know today? And what about the career? If we are talking about the woman's career, what is the path? What kind of path and how to define a path in your career? For that, we honestly need it is really necessary in the early ages and or in the primary school to make a professional orientation. And also I said parents, teachers have a big role in that, how to make a career in your life. And today, if we are looking about the women in science, technology, or in the STEM, we can say that 6 million women science and engineers we have I will say for the European Union, for the Europe, we have 6 million women science, and there are 43% of STEM employees. And if we are talking about the all continents, Europe is the leading continent for the woman in the STEM career. In the progress, many organizations, and I can say that every day the number of women in STEM is growing, and that is great. That is a great start for the future organizations, and there are no barriers. There are not barriers which will stop you in this path if you imagine that you will be a woman in the STEM. According to the United Nations, we have a lot of statistics according to the United Nations, to the American Association, to the Eurostat. So when you start researching, there are a lot of this secondary data, and you really need you need a lot of time to find the data you really want, and for each one topic. So what about the STEM in the future? I still proposing a big diversity in the STEM. If you ask me, would you choose and would you work in this field? I would say yes. Why we The factors which we are fighting for the gaps, so no gender stereotypes, fewer role models, math anxiety. What it means, the gender stereotypes. I said that STEM fields are the masculines. About the cultures, women needs to study and work in the STEM. If we are talking about a fewer role model, there are a lot of examples of the women who are science and engineers. You can read a lot of books, lot in the you can see in the you can find in the media, in the many cultures. And as I always like to say, we have a lot of Black women in the math and science, and I'm really proud of I'm proud of that women who are in this uh, field. This is not important. I will not talk about. Oh yes, it is important. If we talk about the salaries, you see, men in STEM has $15,000 higher per year than a woman. And even you do the same job. And that 85,000 are compared, and you see what a big difference, what a big amount is between still presented in the workforce in the jobs for a woman and for a man in the STEM. Some advices which are very important. You need to give the girls and women the skills to succeed to the STEM. How to give them the skills as a professor, as an educator. That is your main job. You need to learn your students. You need to encourage the students because if you are a teacher or professor of the math, the students' knowledge depends on you. Then promote always a grow mindset and empower the girl in each phases of her life. You need to improve and support STEM education from the early childhood. If we talk about the work, you need to work on the way to attract, to recruit, to regain the girls, and to make them in the major STEM fields. What it means, you need to define the relationship, you need to find the trainings, you need to change maybe the power of the learning, what is necessary, also a strong leadership for this. Uh, we know that now is a summer, and in my country and my Europe, we are soon going on the holiday. And what is very great for the students are the summer campuses, where they will have and continue learning about the science, technology, engineering, and math. Next is improve the job hiring retention to the inclusive cultures, what it means. Always promote a work environment. Then provide a pay equity. Flexibility, inclusion, mentorship. mentorship necessary. Strong policies which are coming from our governments. Close the STEM gap. Always raise awareness for the girls. Promote always the public awareness, the equity. Teach girls, teach parents, teach everyone to change the time, to promote a big and growth mindset and empower the women. If we talk about the biggest barriers for the woman in STEP, we know that we have a lot that we have a lot of barriers, including not only STEM, but if a woman play a critical role, we know that for the early development of STEM, it will come from the earlier year. Now we come to the term of patenting. Today, patenting is thing which a lot of science, each woman and each man are doing. Today, a big participation of the woman in the engineering and in the computing is very important. And if we define a patent, we know that the patent is a set of the exclusive rights granted by the government, and like an inventor, you can have and you for selling your invention for the number of the years. This is really great. It is great to have opportunity to be involved in these patents. We know that I know that in India there are many science who are working in this patents. For they're working for the German patents, for the Africa patents, and many women are here involved. It is a great and great investigation, it is great to work with with the patents, and I can say it is a really safe way to get monies for something you really make. And today, 5% are commercialized by the woman. So in this type of the patents, I can say that I don't feel a big difference between a man science or a woman, because that is a struggle. Always they are trying to find five science, six, and almost they are the same percent of the women and in the men who are making that patents, and the trend is really positive today. And we have a lot of women who are awarded for the patents in the STEM fields, the fields where you can say that the woman is really appreciated. So if you have yes, you have if you like this, do this because it is really great. Now I come to the IIU. I will say again, IIU has a lot of courses in for the STEM, for the machine learning, for the artificial intelligence, a great place to grow. You can always, you can be a participant of the many courses, and you can improve your lives through learning. IIU is coming with a great project to set up STEM lab in your school, so you can apply and you can involve your students and to be with 1,000 trained global teachers and with millions students impacted. Last time I had a training session about the AI, and I mentioned the high-end technologies. Here the students will learn the 3D printing, the science and math tools, robotics, coding, basic things, engineering, design, construction, material. So there is no part of from STEM which you cannot learn with IIU. In Europe, I want to show what I do with my students every year. We are involved in the STEM Discovery campaign. It is really great because students enjoy being a part of this STEM, and this STEM activities are going from the February till the May. So you can 3 full months to work with your students on many activities on different schools with different teachers and participate in the STEM competitions. And that's why I'm showing this, because the percent of the woman is here biggest than the man here in this big campaign. I'm in every campaign every year. 2021, we always have we have a topic. 2020 was trends in innovation. 2021 sustainability and citizenship. This year was the topic STEM for all. What I do this year I involve my students in a big project called Women in Science, where they were researching and learning about the 50 famous women science. They were having a lot of workshops. This one you see is a workshop called Candy M&M. On this way, you are motivating your students, you are involving them in the STEM activities, and this is a correct way to empower them to give them the orientation to be one day in this field. Here you see this my student. She was a famous Janie Goodall. She make her speech. She involved herself in the role of this great science, and we were lucky because our woman scientist is only the one person who is still alive. So we contact her, and today I can say that students have a great person, a great friend, a great woman scientist. After that, they get their certificates and they are really proud for being a part of this. After this STEM Discovery campaign, we have every year a Code Week where the students are learning and making workshops. My students are involved every year. We are making different workshops. So let's learn to code. That is one, but I can say that we till now it is open for 2022, and not only for that week. You can always make a workshop. You can make activity, and you can signed it on the map. So how to empower women, also making a festival of science, involving the students in the international competitions of the science and technology, international competitions for not only for STEM, for the entrepreneurship, for the accounting, trade skills, statistics, European quiz about money, and a lot of them. It starts from the World Statistic Day. World Statistic is very important because your students need to work with data and learning to read the numbers, to interpret it. This is the first step before they are making their researches. Then we come to a little school of the statistics, which is coming from the statistic competition. When you encourage the students, then they get curiosity and they are really very satisfied. Many ways to motivate your students, how to bring. There are a lot of STEM fests, how to bring the skills to them. There are a lot of schools of international coding or from AI and from robotics. In September, we are preparing for this STEM box. And I can say that from 10 students, 8 students are women in the science. So scientists in European Union, pardon, many MOOC, massive open courses. Uh, Always when we are talking about the education, we need to say that everyone need to have a quality education. So always have it on your mind. Take use the targets in everything you are doing and everything you are educating. I'm coming to the conclusion. If we talk about the STEM, about the woman, about the girls, this STEM will help you, women, empower women in STEM is playing a crucial, a vital way for the learning, for the growing of the society, for the independence of the woman today. And I can say that for having a great future, a future which is a promising future, and especially if you are working and doing the things you like. So let's learn and grow together. Let's continue learning and growing together. And if you are a woman, continue working in the STEM. I didn't look on the Facebook. I didn't see nothing. I will put the forms after the end. This is really I can say a various field, and this we can talk a lot about STEM in education, women in STEM, and every part of science, technology, engineering, math. Each one is a very special part. But I will repeat that they cannot exist one without another. Um, my experience really great. I like working in this field. As I said, the only problem is I wish if I have more time, and that is only the problem. The best satisfaction is when you see the results of your work and the results of your students' work. And I'm working on that principle that always empower your student because today, the situation is very hard. Our living is very hard in many parts of the world. It is not covered with education, and then how can we talk about bigger salaries, because we know that there are still a lot of problems. So our mission is always helping each other. And on this global platform, on IIU, we are here, a great team, a great expert in the IIU who is in every second ready to help you in each field, in everything you need. So be free, contact us, join us, be with us, and you will have a lot of opportunities. And as you know, our founder, his main aim is that each child cannot be deprived of the education and also the free education. So I hope that that I make that it was a interesting training session. Um, we will make more now after this session. Join us. We have a big IAU Europe conference. It is about the Romanian teachers. So we will see how Europe is making how Europe is revolutionizing education. We will see how the Romanian teachers are working. Thank you. I will put now when I finish the link for the certificate. So till 20 minutes. Stay safe, stay healthy. Join us, be with us, and thank you all for your attention.